small slither of land just above the Freedman Empire, a country with high ambitions but comparatively small economy. In March of 1957, Baltin's president was assassinated, and not long after, the country was overtaken by a military coup, and then overtaken by yet another coup, and not long after that, finally, in what seemed like a glimpse of relative stability, a new president was elected. However, later in March, Baltin declared war on Moloch, based on their support for terrorism. Baltin believed that Moloch was behind some terrorist attacks within Baltin. This caught the attention of many at the time Solair members, specifically the Livonian Reich, who sent military aid to Moloch. They managed to fend off the attackers, but in the end refused to give the land back to Moloch, resulting in them later being removed from the Solair Pact. In April, Solair decided to get involved in the conflict. They deemed Baltin to be ultra-nationalist and fascist, and banded together forces from Lycia, Ophelia, and the FSJN in order to counter the anti-democratic Baltin. Here's what the Ophelian military leader who led the conflict had to say. Ophelia spearheaded the offensive operations with a comprehensive naval and sea strategy, effectively damaging the first strike group. A tactical switch was made in the second strike group to maintain momentum. The Baltin ASM batteries were relentlessly targeted and neutralized, showcasing Ophelia's military prowess. Amidst great courage, Ophelian forces landed on the Western Islands, although faced challenges and incurred significant losses during a failed paratrooper operation. The front line eventually collapsed, forcing Baltin into a desperate situation, leading to the appalling use of gas on civilians. The arrival of GNOC's strike group further compelled Baltin's surrender. In a last-ditch effort and attempt to hold off the Solair soldiers, Baltin employed the use of phosgene gas, causing an excess of 42,000 Solair casualties. However, it was not without its flaws, as the gassing attacks led to more than 40,000 Baltin casualties, including 25,000 recorded civilian deaths. After this tragic loss of innocent life, the government of Baltin surrendered with a statement that read, "Today we bear the weight of unbearable sorrow and remorse. The horrifying news of 20,000 civilian casualties, victims of gas attack unleashed by our own government, is a last-ditch effort." And further on in the statement, "Our surrender comes with a condition. We implore the opposing forces to spare the innocent civilians who have already endured unimaginable suffering. Our surrender is a pledge to put an end to the bloodshed and prevent further loss of life, and to offer a chance for healing and reconciliation." In the end, the war ended with large casualties on both sides, but Solair emerged victorious, despite some people's beliefs that the Ophelian military mishandled the situation. After much negotiation, the following conditions for surrender were decided on: that Baltin handed over some of its land to the FSJN, surrendered its armed forces, and allowed citizens to elect a government themselves. This has been Tyler Mitchell with SINO News.